Here we are, the Nameless Isle. And here I thought Malady was unimaginative. Still, it's what's on the inside that counts, isn't that right? And this is the place you're meant to become a god. I can't help but wonder exactly what you intend to do with such a power. I have no doubt about that, but do remember, you can do what's good for you, too. All things in balance, you know. You'll want to hurry now. Divinity is waiting, after all. Excellent question. Normally, this place ought only to be known to Godwoken, but judging by the ships burning in the bay, there's been a breach, let's call it. Regardless of who's on the island, all that matters is who ascends. Make sure that's you. The strongest will survive and ascend.
Okay, wait. Before we go any further, there's something I want to ask you. Okay, so did you hear the one about the pregnant lich? She forgot her prophylactory. You're very generous, thank you. I just want to lighten the mood, the smallest of scooches. I mean, we're at the Nameless Isle. One of us is about to ascend to divinity, and we still don't know exactly who. I guess things are about to get, interesting. We've come this far together. There's no reason to turn against each other now, not after everything we've been through. I don't want to hurt you, and I hope you don't want to hurt me either. But make no mistake, if you come for me, I'm coming for you too.
Gareth greets you warmly. He's oddly chipper. More chipper than you've ever seen him, and certainly more chipper than most people mourning dead loved ones.
I should thank you. I don't know what came over me. Praise Lucian I had you to put me on the right track. Not bad. Took some time to think. My parents led good lives. I'd rather celebrate them for the love they gave me than to wail over their loss. Besides, we have work to do. Once we anchor at the Nameless Isle, I'll scout ahead, see if I can help locate the council and ease the way. I'll report to you on what I find.
Gareth offers his farewell.
Quite a journey I've found myself on with you. Is this where it ends, I wonder? Why, my dear Ifan, you already have the finest safeguard possible for traversing this place. A mercenary's reputation. If there's fighting on that island, I'm sure that my former comrades will be making use of the lone wolves to help their cause. Remember your lupine motto, Glechu Duma. That may be just the thing to keep you safe. I wish I could offer you more in return for finding anathema, but alas. Pursuit of my interests has led me to fall in with some disreputable company in my time. For a short while, one such group was the Black Ring. I know, not something to be proud of, but they let me do as I wished, so desperate they were for aid after the death fog cut them down to size. A fine arrangement, until they started preaching about this God King and his infernal covenant.
He snorts derisively.
The last thing this world needs is another would-be god, and an army of fools willing to follow him. It's a sop to all the fools who think that someone will grant them power and immortality in return for loyalty. This God King has caused to make war with the Seven, and the Covenant is how he's gathered his army. They become sworn, as it was put to me, bound to serve, die, and be reborn for the God King for as long as he wishes. Then, at some ill-defined point in the future, they think they'll be rewarded. You should have seen them all, on their knees, worshipping a new tyrant just to spite 7 old ones. I got away from them while I still could. Unfortunately, Dallas was waiting to snatch me. There's a clue in the name. He's a god, or something that wants to be a god. Continue to march to the Seven's beat. and I'm sure you'll find out exactly what he is. They're all the same, you know. Tyrants, liars, carrion birds. The best thing would be for them all to destroy each other and leave the rest of us to live in peace.
These bodies have been purged.
Who could have done this?
I suspect we shall soon find out.
Before you stands a shrine of a particularly strange design. As you approach, you feel it hum with a benign power. It seems to pull you in.
A Magister, dead on the beach. What a surprise.
The seaside doesn't suit them, does it? I fancy a swim.
You need a bath.
Mike 7, watch over your forwards, sir. Make haste to the Hall of Echoes.
Quick as a flash, the Magister has an arrow notched on his raised bow. He falters. A glimmer of recognition crosses his face, followed a moment later by a wry smile.
My Fort Joy savior. I never thought I'd clap eyes on you again. You always seem to catch me at a low ebb, unfortunately. My troop was slaughtered by Black Ring. I'm the only survivor. What are you doing here?
A skeptical eyebrow arches upwards.
You, Godwoken? That seems unlikely. Never mind. There are more important matters at hand. Bishop Alexander and the others might still be out there. I need to find them. Let me stay by your side for now. You can count on my bow in any fights to come.
He nods.
I never thought I'd follow him. Not after Fort Joy. But he won over us veterans, Magister and Paladin alike. He's like a different man, now that he's found the path to divinity. He broke free from Dallas and Breedman's influence, and they tried to murder him for it. Them and their white magisters. Us loyalists had to stand by his side. The fracturing of the Divine Order, the Voidwoken crisis, multiple attempts on his life. He's let none of it deter him. Now ascension is within sight at last.
He slings a quiver of arrows across his back and nods.
Eyes sharp.
You frown with surprise. Alexander vanished along with all the others when the Lady Vengeance breached the Hall of Echoes. You assumed he was dead.
Perhaps I have misjudged humans. Alexander seems as immortal as I.
Oh, won't he be ever so happy to see us? This is going to be extra fun.
If he still thinks he's the one that will replace Daddy Dearest, he's in for a surprise.
A hulking black ring captain glares at you with his one eye. The other one, a weeping socket surrounded by recent burn wounds.
You're not one of mine. You're not from headquarters either. Explain yourself, or I'll open you up and rip out an answer myself.
His blade is inching out of its scabbard, even as he speaks. The captain forces the parts of his face that can still move into a scowl.
Bloody mercenaries. All right, pass freely.
The Conjurer pays you no heed. She has eyes only for the portal swirling ahead under her control. It hungrily consumes the sea upwards like a waterspout. Come. Embedded in the stone stands an ancient and venerable sword, as sharp and as strong as the day it was made. It feels good, cool to the touch, and a perfect fit for your hand. The sword does not budge. The sword slides smoothly free, but the silence of the cave is broken by the clank and whir of machinery. Uh-oh.
strange contraptions are these?
A saltwater crocodile looks around, seemingly disoriented. It spots you.
Where'd the water go? Why does my head hurt so much? The shore, yes. After a rest.
The crocodile slumps down and closes its eyes.
Ugh.
No idea what any of this means.
If I understand this correctly, it reads, walk safely in Vrogir's path.
It looks like this place gave the Black Ring a bloody nose. Best be careful ahead.
Careful. I've spotted a trap.
Careful. I spotted a trap.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Careful now. That's a trap. Careful.
Careful.
I spotted
a trap.
Look out.
Careful now.
I see it.
Yes, by all means, let us partake.
Look out! Look out! I see a trap.
Careful now. That's a trap.
Trap nearby.
An ancient-looking lever stands before you. It's still damp from the recently receded floodwaters. There's a small slot in the side of the lever, almost like a keyhole. The lever groans in protest, but cannot resist you. It creaks back towards you. A deep rumble heralds the wall beyond sliding downwards, a hidden door.
Careful now. That's a trap. Careful. I spotted a trap.
The altar sits before you, defiantly silent. You see the image of a sun crudely carved into the rock.